What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Roy Jason, Project Zero Racing, and this is the first video I've done since the incident at Silverstone. As you can see, underneath the car, and we've done a couple of bits. I've got it back from the body shop now. I'll show you what they've been up to and what they've done, and I'll show you what I've been up to for the last couple of hours in prep for Ford Fair. So yeah, it's all fun and games again. So we've got the front wings on the car. Nice bit of skit these are. Just going to take a little bit more throttle in. There's another bolt I've got to put in for the top to pull this top edge in, and Lee and the boys here are going to do all the final prep on them. But yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with that. And the bumper obviously made many speed holes, so we're many speeds, many fasts. I'm just going to put the aero catches in now, and then the two side pins that will go through here. And they mount up and click on up to here. Obviously I've bolted this in now to get all the lines right, but then when it finally comes to fitting the bumper, we'll just use these here to mount it, and I might even do another bracket on the bumper to make it a little bit more sturdy this time round. But yeah, they've done a fantastic job on it. I wasn't expecting them to do the door and the quarter. I was actually going to leave them. I quite liked it with a bit of damage on, but they've done it anyway, so yeah, you'd never tell they've been in a smash, like a brand new. They've even, it's how good their attention to detail is, they've even re-smashed, obviously the cut, so they pulled it all out, cut it out, straightened it all out, welded it back in, and then they've even re-bent this here. This was a catching point for the slicks. They've re-bent it back. Fucking spot on, to be fair to them. Fair play, boys. Sweet. And there we have it. Just like that. Bumpers and wings on the car. Not bolted them in yet. Aero catches are in though. Easy peasy like before. All good to go. Lovely fucking jubbly. So, car's back from the body shop. As you'll see, we've got some nice paint work on the side again. We'll talk about this in the arch at some point very soon. All repaired, all fixed, all sorted. That's been sorted. The strut tower's been sorted. Basically, the car was put on a jig, strapped down, and she was pulled to within an inch of her life. That was about 3/4 of an inch out of whack. That was pushed into the driver's footwell. That all got sorted. I'm also really glad that I went with that Raptor, because they've just re-wrapped it over the top of it, and it's come out fantastic. Really happy with that. So that's all sorted now. As you'll see, new subframe as well. I didn't want to risk it. I just put a new subframe on. It was easier. The new lower arms are all on and sorted as well. We're going to be testing these at Ford Fair, making sure we're happy with them before we start producing these with Tom at Parking Race Developments. New ultra snazzy billet tie rods as well. These are a James Allen Racing part that he's done. Fantastic bit of kit. Really happy with them actually. We'll see how we get on with these as well. Just makes life easier. Everything's replaceable. They have like a steel insert here and nylocks and stuff, and then obviously rose joints, so when they wear out you can just replace a rose joint. I've got another spare set of them upstairs as well. A brand spanky new drive shaft, because the old one was well, from here onwards. You shall not shaft. So we've got a new drive shaft in there as well. I've got just one of James's old Revo knuckles on for now, just so we can get the car rolling and on its way. New brake line, that was all pulled out. New ABS cable, because that was all pulled out as well. And the most expensive shock in the world, that took 15 weeks to come from Germany. There's the KW two-way competition called over, but that had to come all the way from Germany as to make that. It was a very long lead time, and they finally made it, and I got it on my birthday, so it was all fun. What else? Nothing much really. I think that's pretty much it. Put the straight pipes on, because straight pipes save lives, and these things are all right for Ford Fair, but not all right for Donington. If I want to do any test days or anything there, so I need to sort that. Fuel system. We have done some bits on the fuel system. I'll come into that in a second. Put some of these rose jointed lower arms on that I've had upstairs for about 4 years. The old ones that were pink, the inner joints on one of the sides had just started to have some play in it, so I thought it was about time I put these on while they get a refurb. What else? Oh, as you will notice, some nice tyres. These are hards. I've got the Goodyear hards. These are touring car slicks, with a lot of decent treadage on them. And I think this is the one. Oh no, it's not that one. I put it upstairs. Sorry, I've got a brand spanking new one as well. So I need to talk about these tyres really quickly. These tyres came from a fantastic guy called Stuart. Stuart owns a company that I've used since I started racing called Tyre Tech. Now, Tyre Tech provide used and sometimes new semi-slicks, full slicks, race wets and treaded tyres as well. Stuart is located up just outside of Huddersfield. And I've been sending the guys from the series this way since I met Stu, which is probably about 3 years ago. And I've got a good relationship with him. He's fantastic guy. He's a right old crack as well. We have a really good laugh every time I go up there. End up staying way longer than I should do as well, because we just get chatting into random stuff. But anyway, Stuart was really happy with the fact that I kept sending people his way, and for the foreseeable future, he's actually sponsored the car and myself, which is awesome. So we've got 5 sets of these slicks in very good condition. These have obviously, I don't even think they've been scrubbed. That one's been scrubbed and then scraped, and the one I've got upstairs has literally been used to roll it from the pits to the starting point, and then they changed tyres, I think. It's a bit of a weird one. So we've got 5 sets of tyre, 5 sets of full hard slicks, and a set of wets as well, the Goodyear wets. So I'm really happy with that. It's going to keep us ticking over for the foreseeable. Again, thanks to Stuart, awesome guy, and the company's awesome as well, the Tyre Tech. You know, for a club racer like myself, I don't want to be going out spending thousands of pounds on slicks for maybe half to a full second's worth of lap time. It isn't worth it for me at the position that I'm in. There are other people that can do that. They have a bigger budget. You know, club racing is what it is. Some people put the money into it, and some people haven't got the money to put into it, or put the money into other things. So this is the perfect way for us to go racing, make it cost effective, and to tailor to our own budget. So if you're interested in slicks or semi-slicks or anything like that, if you go and check out tyretech.co.uk, Stu's got an awesome website on there. You can literally search tyre size that you're after, boom, brings up exactly what he's got in stock. And if there's anything that he hasn't got in stock that you fancy, you can always drop him a message on Facebook, on his social media, Tyre Tech, and go from there. So thanks, Stu. Really appreciate your help again. And it'll be really good to test these hards, because I've not actually ran hard Goodyear touring car slicks. I've only ever ran the hard DHs that James ran, the Pirelli DHs. So it'd be good to see a difference, because the Pirellis are a bit more of an endurance slick, whereas these are more of a sprint slick. So they'll definitely come onto temperature a little bit easier, hopefully, or a little bit quicker. Right, talk about the fuel system. So as we all know, we had this cell fitted for the start of the season to go racing at Spa, and then some idiot bottled it into a wall at 85 mile an hour and didn't get to make Spa. So we've still got this lovely FIA approved cell in there, and we've done some updates to it in a form of a feed neck, and then we've also fitted the Nuke Performance filler point as well, which is an awfully satisfying thing when you're filling. It's got an amazing click. I'll show it in a second. I'm just going to put some gear oil in, and then we'll drop the car down and I'll show you that. But yeah, we've been busy. We've done quite a few bits and bobs, and I'll talk to you about something else in a minute as well that's sat down on the floor over there. So this is the Nuke Performance remote fill mount. This has basically been made to work with their CFC unit. It's a bit of a weird one, the CFC unit. It actually runs a 50mm filler neck, and most other filler necks are like 2.5 inch, and basically that's a 2-inch one. So inside of this sleeve in here, there's another bit of a filler thing. I don't know if you can see it inside there. So there's 2. So that basically this black sheathing here is heat proof. It's heat resistant. It's basically flue tubing, and that is there to bulkhead the fuel filler from the driver's compartment as such. So that is then removed up to here, and this is the lovely filler neck, or fill point. So there's no more climbing in the back of the car, and if you listen very nicely, it's got a... Oh yes, very satisfying click. So basically you put your fuel in there, click, and away you go. So there's that done, and better put the bumper on and show you that thing, haven't we? So this is the lovely new front end. For those keen-eye viewers amongst us, you'll know that this is the WRC front end. So this was made by a company called Gregor Developments. There's a lad that I know called Wayne Gregor. He's a fantastic lad. This has been going for a while. These kits have been on the market prior by another company that stopped making them. And now these guys make them as well. So we've got the WRC front wings and the WRC front bumper by Gregor Developments. Obviously, can't not put the Project Zero Racing touch on it, with some speed holes and obviously cooling for the oil cooler there. Some of you are probably going to ask me, why have you moved away from the touring car stuff? Well, I really did like the touring car stuff. It's awesome bang for your buck. ABS Motorsport, the guys that make it, are a fantastic company, and they always looked after me with that kit. However, it was never really the look that I was after. I always liked the look of the touring car stuff. It was easy to get hold of, so that's one of the main reasons why I went with it. However, back in the day, way back before sort of YouTube, or say back before YouTube, probably at the beginning of YouTube, when I started building this car to race in Time Attack, the car was running one of 3 kits ever made by Martin Coyce for a facelift Focus, and it was a Focus WRC kit back then. It had some weird arches with it, or questionable arches that sat quite high. You had to do quite a lot of mods to the car to get to fit. But I really like the look of the car, and I always have liked the look of the WRC cars. It's one of the main reasons I got into the Focuses was the Mark II WRC car by M Sport. I'm sure most of the guys watching this, or most of the people that ever got into the Mark II Focuses, got into it because of the WRC stuff. So I always wanted to have this kit on the car, but back in the day, or even when I was building the car, the WRC kits for this were mental money, and I wanted something that was cost effective for racing in case anything happened. And I mean, twice now the front bumpers have been damaged or ruined on this car, so having something cost effective was really what this was budgeted around. However, we've now found a cost effective front WRC kit for the car, and I'm really happy to say that these guys have also come on board this season, or for the rest of the season and next season as well, as sponsors. So don't get me wrong, I'm not getting this for free, but I get it at a very good rate, and it makes it worthwhile to run this kit on the car versus the BTCC kit. So I don't mind paying away for this kind of stuff, because unfortunately my bumper budget isn't doing too well at the minute. But yeah, really happy to have these guys on board. I've known Wayne for years, since he was back in the day when he was in the Ford scene. He's now moved on into racing Porsches, which he's not had a good weekend doing from at this concurrent time. But yeah, really happy with how the car has come together now. So what's the plan from here? Well, we've got Ford Fair in 2 weeks' time, so literally 2 weeks today. The car has had a little whoopsie on the rear quarter after painting, but don't worry, that's been sent up and it's been sorted, so we'll forget about that. They painted the door, they did the seal, they've done the wing, and they've done the bumper, and obviously they did all the inner arch stuff. So 2 weeks' time, the car's going to Ford Fair. Monday the 7th, the car is going up to MacG again. We're going to get the car corner weighted, and we're going to get it geoed and set up as well. Now, the main reason the car is going to MacG again is because of the new tubular arms on the front. We've now got camber and caster adjustment on the lower arm, whereas before we only had the camber adjustment on the top plate, and the lower arm on this now can do that and can do the caster, which is basically the position of the wheel in relation to the arch. I'm going to let them play with that, because that's what they do for a living. They know what they're doing with that kind of stuff. We're going to go for a decent caster number, and we will probably stay with the same sort or similar camber to what we ran before. So we'll let MacG carry on with that. That's on Monday the 7th. And then when the car comes back on the day after, we're going to get David Levitt to reapply the stickers on this side of the car, so she's looking her best. So it's been a busy couple of months. I know, obviously, I've been out of touch with YouTube once again, purely for the fact of I've really just been enjoying some time to myself. The car's been away for a while, obviously having the paintwork and the bodywork done. and I've just been chilling. I treated myself to a new toolbox, so that was pretty much my budget, as well as the fixing of this as well for racing the season out of the way. So for those of you that follow us on Instagram, you'll know that I did a live stream not that long ago, and I basically said on there that I'm not going to race for the remainder of the 2023 season. However, there may be an opportunity for me to race at Silverstone at the end of the season, which I feel like would be quite a good one to go back to, considering that's where we had the incident at the start of the season. There is also something else in the pipeline as well. I've been doing some other bits in the background with a charity. I won't say any more than that. There's a possibility, I don't know whether it's going to happen or anything's going to come through, that towards the end of the year we may be racing in a certain race that is to do with a certain time of a certain year. We will leave it at that. It won't be in my car, it will be in someone else's car, hopefully, or another car, hopefully. But I'll leave that at that for now. Some interesting stuff going on. But yeah, it's just been nice to chill out, to be honest with you. Really enjoyed it. Just having some me time. We spent 5.5 years building this car. It was a long old time, and it took a lot of, or a big strain on me and my finances. But yeah, we're nearly there now. We're going have some fun at Ford Fair, and go from there. So I hope you enjoyed the video. It's been great to catch up with you all. Remember to like, subscribe, to keep in touch with what we're going on, or what we've got going on for the rest of the year. But yeah, peace out, much love, and thanks for watching. Ciao for now.